السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قاف والقرآن المجيد بل عجبوا أن جاءهم منذر منهم فقال الكافرون هذا شيء عجيب أإذا متنا وكنا ترابا ذلك رجع بعيد قد علمنا ما تنقص الأرض منهم وعندنا كتاب حفيظ بل كذبوا بالحق لما جاءهم فهم في أمر مريج أفلم ينظروا إلى السماء فوقهم كيف بنيناها وزيناها وما لها من فروج والأرض مددناها وألقينا فيها رواسي وأنبتنا فيها من كل زوج بهيج تبصرة وذكرى لكل عبد منيب ونزلنا من السماء ماء مباركا ونزلنا من السماء ماء مباركا فأنبتنا فيها ونزلنا من السماء ماء مباركا فأنبتنا به جنات وحب الحصيد والنخل باسقات لها طلع نضيد رزقا للعباد وأحيينا به بلدة ميتا كذلك الخروج صدق الله العظيم.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى الدين وصلى الله على النبي الكريم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس تأمرون بالمعروف وتنهون عن المنكر. صدق الله العظيم. وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم كلكم راع وكلكم مسؤول عن رعيته. Sadaqa Rasulun Nabil Kareem. The first ayah which I read, it says, I mean, this is the word of Allah, Kalamullah. It says, what is the reason of this existence of this ummah? Why Allah has sent this ummah? What is the purpose of this ummah? Allah has defined and described the purpose and the maqsad of this ummah. That is, Allah has created this ummah. And the reason behind it, that why Allah says that this is the best of the nation, that Allah has created for them, who created them for the spreading the goodness and stop the people from the evil. Because so many ummah passed before ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but the special status being given to this ummah, no other ummah been given this status. And other status been also mentioned by Allah Ta'ala. وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَاكُمْ أُمَّةً وَسَطًا وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَاكُمْ أُمَّةً وَسَطًا لِتَكُونُوا شُهَدَاءَ عَلَى النَّاسِ وَيَكُونَ الرَّسُولُ عَلَيْكُمْ شَهِيدًا. This ummah is ummatan. One is the khaira ummah, best of the nation. Second one is the ummatan wasat. One tarjuma of the ummatan wasatan is the moderate ummah. No extreme. Allah has kept them away from the both extreme. Allah has put them on the moderate path. That is why it's called ummatan wasat. Other tarjuma, or you can say the other explanation of the ummatan wasat is what? This ummah is the medium between the Prophet and the ummah. Allah. Amazing thing. That Allah has created this ummah. First of all, this ummah, title of the khaira ummati, title of the ummatan wasatan been given to Sahaba Ridwanullah alayhim ajmeen. And after that, it's applied to all the people who are between Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, between the people, between the other nations. Why? Because Allah said, وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَاكُمْ أُمَّةً وَسَطًا لِتَكُونُوا شُهَدَاءَ عَلَى النَّاسِ, that you will be witness. On the day of judgment, you will be witness. For what? لِتَكُونُوا شُهَدَاءَ عَلَى النَّاسِ, that you will be witness upon the people. Remaining people, or the people of the other people. In what sense? Allah has said that as Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was shaheed and the witness upon you, that Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has conveyed the message of Allah fully and completely. Likewise, you will be shuhada on the people, that you will be take the message from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and convey to the other people. That is why this title being ummatan wasatan and ummatan wasita, medium ummah, that they will take the knowledge and the Quran and the Hadith and the Deen, they take it themselves, they adopt themselves, they will do amal on it, and likewise they will pass it on. This special title and special responsibility been given to the Ummah, and also Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has described this responsibility as kullukum ra'i wa kullukum mas'ul, that every person is responsible for his flock, and every person is the shepherd, and he will be asked regarding it. Even وَالْمَرْأَةُ رَعِيَّةٌ, even the woman in the house, right, who has the responsibility, household responsibility, most of the time, they are busy. Man has duty from 9 till 5, or you can say the 9 till 9 maximum, right? 12 hours, 14 hours. But woman has the full-time duty. They are fully committed with their children. They are always busy, daytime, nighttime, morning, in the evening, right? Men has some rest. When they come from the 9 till 5, then they sit on the chair and they can have some rest. My mother has no rest. They are always busy. Even though Rasulullah said that the woman is also responsible. She will be asked regarding the responsibility she been given. And what are the responsibilities? Everyone knows that. One of the first of the responsibility is that Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu qu anfusakum wa alaykum nara. That, O believers, save yourself and your family from the Jahannam. It means that be on the straight path and keep your family and the children on the straight path. That will lead you to Jannah, and save you from the Jahannam. Qu anfusakum wa ahlikum nara. This is our responsibility, and this is overall an individual responsibility and also overall responsibility of Ummah, that they will take this responsibility of the reason is that because Rasulullah has so many special status, every person knows that. What is the Sayyid al-Anbiya al-Mursaleen, Khatamun Nabiyyin? So this is the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was Khatamun Nabiyyin, last and the final prophet. No prophet will come after him. No message will come after him. We don't need any other prophet. We don't need any other book. Deen of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is Khatamul Adyan. Kitab Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the Khatamul Kutub, final book. Message of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is Khatamul Risala. Final risala, final message that been finalized, is being completed. Is such that the one of the Yahudi scholar, Jewish scholar, came to Hazrat Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu ta'ala. He said, Umar ibn Khattab, he was a Yahudi scholar. After that, he became Muslim. He says that very amazing ayat been revealed to the Quran, which not been given to Musa alayhi salatu. As Umar radiallahu ta'ala said, what is that ayat you were talking about? He said that ayat is al-yawma akmaltu lakum deenakum wa atmamtu alaykum ni'mati wa raditu lakum al-islam deenan. That Allah has completed this message, finalized this message. It means that Allah is saying that it's not just plain, that this message been finalized or completed. There are so many meanings in it. One of the meaning is that because this message been finalized and completed, you don't need any other message. This Quran been completed, you don't need any other book. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was the final prophet, you don't need any prophet. So that's why he said that if this ayah was revealed into the Torah, then we would have celebrated that day. لَجَعَلْنَا ذَلِكَ الْيَوْمَ عِيدًا. That we would have made this day when this ayah was revealed to us. Hazrat Umar radiallahu ta'ala say that we know when it was revealed, which day it was. He says that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in his Hajjatul Wada in Arafah, he was doing wukuf, and we know that, and it was Yawmul Jum'ah. So Yawmul Jum'ah is also day of celebration. Al-Hajj al-Arafah, Hajj is also great ibadah, and Arafah is the, qalb of the Hajj. It is the, you can say, the center of the Hajj. So that's why we don't need any other day to celebrate. Alhamdulillah, Allah has given to Eid and also day of the Arafah. But the thing that we need to think about is that why did that Yahudi scholar say to Hazrat Umar radiallahu ta'ala, he saying that no other Nabi was Khatamun Nabiyyin. No other Nabi did receive the finalized message. No other been given the title of the Khair Ummah. Because, there was in the Bani Israel, Allah Ta'ala has so many thousands of Anbiya. And one Nabi come after other Nabi. So when one Nabi used to go, and their Ummah, when they used to follow the Nabi and they used to remain on the straight path, then Prophet did not come. But when they lose their path, Allah sent the other Nabi. Likewise, continuation series of the Prophets came. Right? That is why that Ummah not being given title of the Khair Ummah. Because this is Khair Ummah is one side honor and other side serious responsibility. Very serious responsibility. That as the responsibility of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was the greatest responsibility, most serious responsibility to guide whole mankind. Likewise, this ummah been given the biggest and the most serious responsibility to guide the mankind. Guide the mankind. That is what Allah waliyul ladhina amanu yukhrijuhum min adh-dhulumati ila an-nur. They need to bring the people from the dhulumat to nur, from the darkness to the light, from the lostness to the guidance. This is the biggest responsibility. And this responsibility, collective responsibility of the Ummah, collective duties of the Ummah. Likewise, it is individual responsibility, each and every person, like responsibility of man, responsibility of wife, and the responsibility of our sister's wife. That is why Allah Ta'ala has given this title, because no prophet will come after Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So who will guide the Ummah? Because Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and his prophethood was boundless. In a sense that nubuwwat of other Anbiya were time bound. They came for a certain time, region bound, nation bound. That they were Nabi for the certain ummah, they were Nabi for the certain region, they were Nabi for the certain time. But Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the responsibility of Rasulullah or Rasulullah Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam was, I mean, there is no boundary. Right? No boundary. That's why, Ya Yunasu, Inni Rasulullah ilaykum jami'an. Inni Rasulullah ilaykum. O people, I am prophet to you all. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam was made final prophet, not only final prophet, but he was the prophet of the mankind, all mankind. And Zamana in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam has gone 1400 years past. Now, who will convey this message to the people? Who will convey this ummah being made responsible to convey this message to the all mankind? That is our responsibility. And for that there are the qualities that we need to have in ourselves. And those, as we know that Alhamdulillah, Allah Ta'ala has given us body and the soul. Body and the soul. Body has some need, body has some requirement. That Alhamdulillah, everyone knows, Muslim and non-Muslim equally knows that what are the things that are beneficial for the body and what are the things that are not beneficial for the body, or let's say the harmful. Everyone knows, right? Equally, Muslim and non-Muslim. But what is the need of the soul and the ruh? That guidance being given by Allah Ta'ala. And that what? Ala bi dhikrillahi tatma'innul qulub. Ala bi dhikrillahi tatma'innul qulub. That dhikr of Allah is the nutrition of the heart. It is nutrition for the soul. And the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that the مثل الذي يذكر ربه والذي لا يذكر ربه كمثل حي وميت. See, this is, as your body has life and activity, likewise soul has also activity and the life. If the person do not provide the ghiza, or you can say the nutrition, or you can say the food to the ruh, then that ruh will die. And slowly, if not die, then slowly and gradually become weaker. And it will not have the resistance to resist the fitan, resist the problems. Because Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, one hadith been narrated by Imam Muslim rahmatullah alayhi, that before Qiyamah, there will be so many fitan, right? One majlis of Umar radiallahu anhu was sitting, and he asked, who knows regarding the fitan, child, temptation, and the problem? People say, right, we know these trials and temptation. Other Umar say that possibly you know about the small fitan, right? That happened because of the family, that happened because of the friends, that happened because of the environment. I'm not talking about it. But he says the fitan, right, kamojil bah, like the waves of the ocean, giant waves of the ocean will come, right? Then at that time, Hazrat Hudhayfah bin Yaman radiallahu anhu, who was Sahib of Sir Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he had learned many things from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said that I know. Then he asked, then what are those fitan? In this hadith, Hazrat Hudhayfah bin Yaman radiallahu ta'ala say that before Qiyamah, so severe, or you can say the so dangerous fitan, or so dangerous temptation, or so dangerous test and trial will come, that the person will be mu'min in the morning, وَيُمْسِ كَافِرًا, and in the evening he will be kafir. وَيُمْسِ مُؤْمِنًا وَيُصْبِحُ كَافِرًا. In the evening, he will have the iman, and in the morning, he will lose iman. What is the reason? Reason is that because the iman, or you can say the ruhaniyat, or you can say the ruh, that because as we don't provide the proper food, we don't take the proper food, we don't give the nutrition to our body will become weak. Likewise, ruh has also ghiza, it has also food, it has also nutrition. So when we don't provide that food, when we don't provide food to our ruh, then our ruh become weaker and weaker, and it will not have any resistant power. And when any temptation or any trial comes, then it will surrender. It will not resist. That is why, and the other amazing thing, and not amazing thing, you can say the very serious thing. The one thing is, as I told you, وَيُسْبِهُ مُؤْمِنًا وَيُمْسِي كَافِرًا وَيُمْسِي مُؤْمِنًا وَيُسْبِهُ كَافِرًا. Then in the morning person will be mu'min, in the evening he'll be kafir, in the evening he'll be mu'min, in the morning he will lose iman. That يَكُونُ قَلْبًا عَلَى قَلْبَيْنِ. There will be two types of the hearts. Two types of the heart. One is like a full black, and other will be bright, nurani, shining heart. And there are amazing riwayat as that Allah inna likulli shay saqalatun wa saqalatul qulub dhikrullah. That for the shining heart, for the nurani heart is what? Dhikrullah. That's give the ruh strength, that's give the shininess, that do our tazkiyah, because one of the duty of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was yuzakkihim. Yatlu alayhim ayatihi wa yuzakkihim. Tazkiyah is cleansing the heart, cleansing the ruh, to remove the all illnesses. Like our body has some illnesses, right? Likewise, there are illnesses of the heart, and that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to do tazkiyah. And in another word, I mean, some people when they hear the word, right, some other word they become reserved. What is this? But we need to concentrate on the terminology of the Quran. That one of the duty of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is tazkiyah. What is tazkiyah? Cleansing the heart, purifying the heart. How? One of the best purification is Kitabullah, because this Kitabullah, inna nahnu nazzalna dhikr. Allah Ta'ala say that we have revealed this dhikr. Kitabullah is dhikr because it's sifatullah. One person came to Imam Ahmad al-Hanbal rahmatullah and he asked, "Oh Imam, what is the best way to become nearest to Allah? What is the thing, what type of ibadah that make the person to the most close to Allah Ta'ala?" Imam Ahmad al-Hanbal rahmatullah say that what Kitabullah. That whom the Kitabullah fast. That person asked that reading Quran without understanding or reading with understanding. Amazing answer by Imam Ahmad al-Hanbal. He say that read without understanding or with understanding. It has an impact on your heart. It has an impact. If you understand more, then you will get the more nutrition. But if you read, it has, because Umirtu an atluba al-Quran, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam being given command to do tilawat. Because when anyone used to reveal Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, first duty of the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was to read Quran in front of the Sahaba. Right? He was so careful regarding this matter. First, he used to come to the majalis of the male Sahaba. Then he used to go to the majalis of the female Sahaba. He used to read each and every word of the Quran. Sahaba used to learn the tilawat of Quran directly from the blessed tongue of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And not only that, amazing thing been recorded regarding the Quran. It's a very amazing history. If one person read how the Quran Majid was preserved, its alfaz, its text, its meaning, its pronunciation being preserved. This is amazing history. When Prophet used to read the Quran in front of Sahaba, then Sahaba used to hear that Quran from the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And not only that, they used to listen, right? But Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to ask them, read to me. And if person has learned it correctly, then it's okay. Otherwise, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to correct that person. See, this is the amazing thing. You won't find this detail regarding the other book. How the Nabi has taught the Quran. They have done the tilawat of the book. How the Nabi has corrected the Sahaba and his companion. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has done amazing thing. That he used to read the Quran in front of them. Then they used to read back. One amazing thing that one Sahabi, Bara ibn Azib radiallahu anhu, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam told him one dua. That when you go to your bed, then read this dua. That the Aslamtu nafsi ilayk wa fawwastu amri ilayk wa wajjahtu dhahri ilayk raghbatan wa rahbatan ilayk amantu bi kitabika alladhi anzalta wa bi nabiyyika alladhi arsalta wa bi nabiyyika alladhi arsalta. You know, this is, this is dua, but it has, amazing evidence. amazing testimony, right? That our mind would not normally go that. When that Sahabi had, when Rasulullah had read this dua to that Sahabi, and told that Sahabi to repeat this dua in front of Rasulullah, that Sahabi read this dua. But when he reached to this word, Wabi Nabiyyika alladhi arsalta, that I believe in the Prophet, right, that been sent by you. Wabi Nabiyyika alladhi arsalta, right? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has so many titles, but Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has two amazing titles. Alladhina yattabi'una ar-rasul an-nabiy al-ummi. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was also an-nabi. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam also Rasul. I mean, these two honorable titles been given by Allah Ta'ala to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He was also Rasul and he was also Nabi, right? And more or less, I mean, because these two titles being given, so you can use any title, Ya Nabi Allah, Ya Rasulullah, right? But because Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam had used this word, Wabi Nabiyyika alladhi arsalta, he did not use the word Rasulika. That Sahabi by mistake, he said that Wabi Rasulika alladhi arsalta. Immediately Rasulullah said, La bi Nabiyyika alladhi arsalta. Allahu Akbar. This amazing thing that from then we can understand even the smallest thing, right, not being left, full precaution being taken, that the word of the Rasulullah been preserved as it been said. As it been said. That Rasul and Nabi, for Rasulullah both titles were there. Person can use any title for Rasulullah. Wabi Nabiyyika alladhi was also say Wabi Rasulika. But Rasulullah told him this particular word, so that's why precaution being taken that you exactly remember the word that been told by Rasulullah. You know, from then you can understand how much precaution being taken to remember the word of the Kitabullah. This is just dua. I mean, it was not the hukam, or it was not the faraz. This dua was not for us to be right. And there was no hukam regarding the do's and don'ts. It has fadilah, right? It has virtue to read this dua, right? Because when one person reads this dua, then if that person passes away, then he mutta ala al-fitrah. That you will die on the fitrah, then the iman and shahadat Allah ilaha illallah, right? So what I was saying, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to come to the majalis of the Sahaba, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to read the Quran to the Sahaba, and Sahaba used to read back that Quran to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Amazingly, I mean, this is very amazing history. Not only that, but in whole Ramadan, every year Ramadan, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to read Quran loudly in front of the Sahaba. So Sahaba used to listen the Quran directly, the way he used to read, the way he used to stop, the way he used to pronounce, the way, I mean, because there are two things we need to remember, right? As we know, the first wahi was Iqra bismi rabbikal ladhi. First wahi was the Iqra bismi rabbikal ladhi. But in Quran, when you open, then Iqra bismi is as the last part, not in the beginning. So tartib of the compilation of the Quran is different than the tartib of the revelation. Order of the revelation was different, and order of the compiling was the Quran. And how did we know that this order, right? One question can come in the person's mind, that why Iqra bismi is not there, even though it was revealed first. But the reason is that what Allah Ta'ala told Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that the compilation of the Quran will be begin with the Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. First, that because Allah has said, the فَإِذَا قَرَأْتَ الْقُرْآنَ فَاسْتَعِذْ بِاللَّهِ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ. That's why أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم is there. Right? Why Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim is there after أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم? Amazing thing. Because the first way he was revealed to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, at that time hukam was Iqra bismi rabbik. Iqra bismi rabbik. Allah has given, when you read, then always say Ismi Rabbik. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam started Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Right? Amazing message that Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. That, and this is only one ayat that is been repeated 114 times in the Quran. And amazing message behind it. Allah Ta'ala is saying that I am merciful, I am very kind, and this kitab is Kitabur Rahman, this deen is Deenur Rahman, right? And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is Nabiyur Rahman. This message is a message of mercy. Mission of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, message of mission. Mission of the mercy. So and the problem is that we don't read the wisdom of the Quran. Why Allah has repeated this ayah 114 times in the message being given by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that ulama, when there is a majlis of the reading of the hadith, then ulama and the mashayikh read the first hadith of rahmat al-musalsal bil awwaliyah. That they read this hadith, this hadith called hadith rahmah. That message of the rahmah is there. And they say al-musalsal bil awwaliyah. I mean, I have heard this hadith from my shaykh. First hadith, my shaykh has heard this hadith. First hadith from his ustad. Likewise, first hadith, by continuous chain of narration, they have heard from each other. Likewise, this continuous chain of narration will reach to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In that hadith, Hazrat Amr ibn As radiallahu ta'ala, he was very amazing sahabi. He was only 16 years old. His father was Amr ibn As radiallahu ta'ala, who was also sahabi. He himself was sahabi. He was so intellectual sahabi that he, by the permission of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he learned the Hebrew language at that time, and also Syrianic language. And he said he has seen one dream. One dream. He said, "O Prophet of Allah, I have seen that in one my hand there is honey, and other hand there is butter." And he asked the interpretation of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that Takaraw kitabain, that you will get the knowledge of the Kitab Allah, and also Allah will give you the knowledge of the Torah. That is why Sahaba used to ask that, Allah is mentioning in the Quran, الَّذِينَ يَتَّبِعُونَ رَسُولَ النَّبِيَّ الْأُمِّيِّ الَّذِينَ يَجِدُونَهُ مَكْتُوبًا عِنْدَهُمْ فِي التَّوْرَاةِ وَالْإِنْجِيلِ. Allah is saying that we have mentioned the description of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the Torah, in Injil. Now Sahaba were curious. They think that where is in Torah that the description of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they used to go to Abdullah ibn Amr ibn As that you are the scholar of the Torah as well. Say that what? Then he used to read. He used to say that Mubashiran wa Nadira. Bashiran wa Nadira. That saying this is the description of the Sahaba, this is Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the Quran. But there is other description of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the Torah, that in Inna ja'alnaka hirzan lil ummiyin. Inna ja'alnaka hirzan, that we have made you protector and savior and the guardian for the people who are illiterate. And Allah will make that ummah, that ummah which is on the wrong path, or you can say which is not a hidayat and a guidance, Allah will make that ummah on the right path. And Allah will not take you from this world. Allah will not take you from this before this ummah come on the straight path. This means that Allah will only take you from this world. Allah will give you death when this ummatul iwaja become ummatul mustaqim. So these are the certain descriptions of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the Torah, right? An amazing thing that if person wanted to, we can read the Torah and Injil like English and other languages. First thing that you need to remember that the Torah and Injil, which is a person can have the oldest manuscript, and the oldest manuscript is found in the Greek language. But first thing to remember that Greek was not the language of Sayyidina Musa or Sayyidina Isa alayhi salatu. So these books are not the language of Sayyidina Musa alayhi salatu, not in the language of Sayyidina Isa alayhi salatu, because Isa alayhi salatu belonged to Sham, and at that time Shami language was different than the today's Shami language. Even the Christian scholar has a different opinion regarding the language of Sayyidina Isa alayhi salatu. They even say that the 5 different opinions. They are not agreed on one. That if one person asks that what was the language of Sayyidina Isa alayhi salatu, what was his mother tongue? Was he speaking Hebrew? Was he speaking Syrianic? Was he speaking any other language? So Christian scholars say they have the 5 different opinions. One is saying this, other are saying this, other. They are not unanimously agreed on the one language. And for the basharat of this ummah, that we know the language of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Which language Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to speak, in which language the Quran was revealed. Not only that, but amazing thing, if you go further, post-Islam, pre-Islamic history, right? It's called, you can say the Jahiliyyah. It's Jahiliyyah, right? As I mentioned, these students will remember that. Not only the language Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to speak, Arabic language, and it was the dialect of the Quraysh, because Rasulullah was Quraysh, and unzil al-Quran wa fi ala lugat Quraysh. Rasulullah used to speak Qurayshi dialect, and he used to speak Qurayshi language. Best language was there, right? But the language, I mean, you can say the standard language, or you can say the most eloquent language of the Jahiliyyah was still recorded. It's been preserved because of the Quran. People know who has the history of the Arabic literature, alhamdulillah. They call, I mean, there is pre-Islamic literature, and especially the Sha'r al-Jahili. Sha'r al-Jahili, I mean what? This poetry belonged to the Shu'ara and the poets who used to live before Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There are so many Shu'ara. One of them was Imra al-Qais al-Kindi. He died before Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but he was the most eloquent poem of the Arabic poetry. And his Qasida, Lami Yaqifa Nabki min Dhikra Habibin wa Manzili. He has written this long poem. It been written even before Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was born. But still, the person who knows the Arabic language, he can enjoy this lively language. So because of the Quran, everything was preserved. Not only the word of the Quran been preserved, not only the word of the Sahaba been preserved, even the word of the enemies of Islam been preserved. What Abu Sufyan said, what Herakl said, Christian emperor said, what other people say, everything been preserved. So that is why one of the Western scholars say very amazing thing, right? I always quote this thing, that Islam came to this world in the full light of history. Everything is in the full focus of the history. That anything you find, if you wanted to know the childhood of Prophet ﷺ, you know that there is history. How many years he passed in the Banu Sa'ad, with the Halima Sa'diya, and what has happened? There is full history. What has happened when he was young? What was the halat of the Quraysh? What was the tribal problems? What was the feud between the Aus and Khazraj? Everything is fully preserved. Everything fully preserved. Right? I would like to come back to the point that this Quran is amazing book. Inna nahnu nazzalna dhikr. This is the most powerful sakalatul qalb. Most powerful sakal. That Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal Ahmadullah say that it will give the most powerful nutrition, most powerful vitamin, most powerful strength, right? Because it is Kalamullah. Whether you read with understanding or without understanding, because it is Kalamullah. So, when one person read, then we need to read. Ulama has said the adab of the reading Quran. Then, when we read the Quran, then one thing we need to keep Hada Kalamullah. This is Kalamul Maliki Malikul Kalam. Kalamul Maliki Malikul Kalam. Right? This is the Kalamullah. In Kalam of the king, it is the king of the Kalam. This is the first thing we need to have the azmat. We need to have the respect. We need to have the honor for that. And another amazing thing we need to remember that when we read Quran, when we say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitan rajim, then we say that, oh Allah, I am seeking your protection from the shaitan rajim. It means that one new Muslim person, when he became became Muslim, then he said that this is amazing book, right? Is take you with you. Is take that book with, with that book, right? I mean, when you read Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin, you are praising Allah. And same time when you reach there, then he say that Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Right? And after he asked to make dua, Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. So it's take you with you. It's take you with the Quran. So it's involving conversation. This is not like a book that you are reading. This is conversation between Allah and you. So when we read, at that time, keep one thing that you are speaking to Allah and one-to-one. One-to-one. When we think that the way, when we read the Quran this way, that we are talking to Allah, we are having conversation with Allah, right? When we read Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin, Allah says that Majjadani Abdi, Wasna alayhi Abdi, that each and every ayat Allah replied. When you say Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin, Allah says that my worshipper is praising me. When you say Ar-Rahman Rahim, Allah says that my worshipper is praising me, right? And when person say Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in, then Allah says reply that person. And when one person say Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in, Allah says Hada bayni wa baynak. That Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. And after that person make dua ihdina as-siratal mustaqim, Allah say that, oh my servant, I will grant you what you are asking. So after each and every ayat, Allah replies. Allah replies that. But the problem is that we don't read with the heart. We don't read our heart and eyes and minds. Our eyes are open, right? Our tongue is reading, but it does not go through the ears to the heart. And that is a very serious thing, because Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has given one warning, very severe warning, that before Qiyamah, some of the people will be such that there will be Quran, but la yujawizu hanajirahum. La yujawizu hanajirahum. That Quran will not go beyond the throat. It will stay here. So Allah give us tawfiq that Quran, meaning of the Quran, message of the Quran, nur of the Quran, guidance of the Quran, not only go to the heart, but each and every part of the body, each and every part of the cell of our body, and each reach to whole body. This is that's we need to ask Allah. Okay, Rabbi zidni ilma. In one place, Allah Ta'ala said to Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, whenever you read Quran, then always say Rabbi zidni ilma. Oh Allah, increase my knowledge. And that is in knowledge of the Quran. That it is guidance. It is also dhikrullah. The first thing which I mentioned. Is the time on? Yeah.
8:40. Time है.
That sikalatul qulub is dhikrullah. The polisher or purifier of the heart is dhikrullah. And ala bi dhikrillah tatma'innul qulub. The satisfaction of the heart, tranquility of the heart, peace of the heart is dhikrullah. And the best dhikr is, right? Best dhikr is kitabullah. Because Allah Himself says, Inna nahnu nazzalna dhikra wa inna lahu lahafizun. So first thing that we need to connect, if one person connect to Quran, then he connect to Allah. When he connect to Allah, then he will get the guidance through the Quran and through the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Through the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when one person get the guidance and the nur and the hidayat, and then he himself will be on the track of the Islam, on the path of the Islam, on the sirat al-mustaqim, and then he will responsibility kullukum ra'in wa kullukum mas'ul. Then he will remember that my responsibility not remain unto me, right? My responsibility is reach to my family, to my friend, the people who are around me, and the broader community, and the people. Everyone is the makhluk of Allah. Everyone is in need of the hidayah of Allah, right? Whoever that person, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has made dua of hidayah for Abu Jahl. So that teaches. Even Musa alayhi salatu wasalam being sent to Fir'aun. Allah knows that, Allah knew that Fir'aun is not going to believe. He will die as a kafir. But when Allah Ta'ala sent Musa alayhi salatu to Fir'aun, that idhaba ila Fir'aun innahu tagha faqula lahu qawlan layyina la'allahu yatadhakkaru aw yakhsha. That when you go to Fir'aun, he is very tyrant person, very cruel person, very zalim person, right? But when you go to him, talk to him in polite manner. Even though you are the best prophet at that time, best prophet of Banu Israel, you are the superior person, right? He is non-believers, but waqula lahu qawlan layyina. Talk to him in the polite manner. Don't be harsh. Don't be harsh. La'allahu yatadhakkar wa yakhsha. Possibly he will get the guidance, and possibly he will fear Allah. So that's we need to think in our mind that when first responsibility is to make dua for us and to make dua for everyone, and to make dua for the all mankind, that Allah give them the guidance and the rahmat and the mercy. Allahumma hdina wahdi bina waj'alna sababan liman ihtada. That Allah guide us and make a sabab for the guidance for the other people. That is, because as I mentioned, the title and the responsibility of the khayra ummatin ukhrijat linnas yata'amuna bil ma'ruf wa tanhauna. If we do not fulfill this responsibility, then we will be accountable on the day of judgment, that we have made you the best of the nation, we have given you the responsibility of Rasulullah, and you did not fulfill this risala. Sheikh Abdul Hasan Nadwi rahimahullah came, that the well-known scholar of the subcontinent, and he was well-known throughout the whole world, right? Even King used to be his student. They used to take his guidance. right? When he came to England, then he said that the very sad thing that Islam is a fragrance. Islam is a fragrance, right? It is with us, right? But the problem is that what? The bottle of the fragrance we have is Islam, right? But it's open only in our home and in our masjid. In between, when you're going from home to masjid or masjid to home, we don't open this fragrance. So people don't have the chance that what type of fragrance we have. So Islam is the fragrance, but we make the other people deprived from having this fragrance, from having this hidayat and the guidance, because we only open, we are Muslim at our home and we are Muslim in masjid. There is amazing historical incident that, as you know, the history of the one barbaric, you can say the tribes of the Tatar, when they destroyed the whole Islamic Khilafah, they have killed so many people, right? And they destroyed the whole Islamic culture. Nothing can stop them. Even the whole Europe was frightening from them, because they had the mighty people. So this destroyed a certain part of Europe, certain part of the Central Asia, certain part of Islamic Arab. So many things they destroyed. They make everything up. They destroy so many things. Nothing can tame them. Nothing can tame them, right? They had the superiority. They have said we are the people of the might. No one can stop us, and we cannot submit to any other thing. But in front of the Islam, they submitted. In front, they became Muslim. There are two incidents being narrated. One, what is the reason? Like, Allahu Akbar, there's amazing thing came to my mind, alhamdulillah, because of your tawajjuh in the talab. That ulama has written the deep reason for the converting to the Islam. That what is the reason? They say, they have killed so many people and they have taken the charge of the whole Islamic Khilafah in their hand. But they were the people of the might. They didn't know how to run the country. They didn't have the administration power. They didn't have the administration knowledge. So now to run this big country, right? Like Islamic Khilafah, Baghdad, and this and that, they need the civil servant. They need the administrator. They need the qadi. They need the minister. So they employed the Muslim as the administrator because they need. So they got the remaining administration from the whoever left, right? As a civil servant, as a judge, as a minister, as a administrator, they employ them. Then what happens? This amazing thing happened. Then that is the wa'da of Allah. هُوَ الَّذِي أَرْسَلَ رَسُولَهُ بِالْهُدَى وَدِينِ الْحَقِّ لِيُظْهِرَهُ عَلَى الدِّينِ كُلِّهِ. Amazing thing happened. أَسَىٰ أَن تَكْرَهُ شَيْئًا وَهُوَ خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ. Sometimes we think this is bad, but there is so many goodnesses are there. So many goodnesses are there. So what has happened? When they employ these civil servants who were working in the different departments, before they were the enemy, but when they see the honesty, when they see the trustworthiness, when they see the punctuality, when they see the iman, when they see their ta'alluq with Allah, reading of the Quran, their heart melted. And it's make them thinking that which is this reason why they are, no one is supervising them, but still they are punctual on the office time. They don't do any khiyana. They are not stealing anything. They are not doing any dishonesty. So this amanat, la dina liman la amanatala, la imanana, because iman, the person who is mu'min, is iman, it has amanat. So they have seen the manners, they have seen the characters, they have seen the honesty, they have seen everything, and that thing made them to think about Islam. What is this amazing religion? And because so even though they are our enemy, and the Tatar is saying that they are thinking that they are enemy, but still they are fulfilling the duty with the full honesty. That thing, the civil servant made them Muslim. Alhamdulillah, Allah has given you this opportunity. Be honest, be kind, be punctual, be with the iman, be as a mu'min, be as a Muslim. Inshallah, it will have the impact. Because of that, one amazing thing that Allah has mentioned, Inna fatahna laka fatham mubin. Allah says that we have given you the open victory. Imam Zuhri Rahmatullah has said very amazing thing regarding this. that why, I mean, this Fatih Mubin was what? Sulh al-Hudaybiyah, the treaty which been done between the Kafir and the Muslim. Treaty of the Hudaybiyah is title been given to the Sulh al-Hudaybiyah, right? This Sulh al-Hudaybiyah, it was treaty. And if one person looked at this treaty, then he will think that all the condition or the clause which included in this treaty, where it has the superior hand for the kafir, and Muslim has the lower hand, upper hand of the kafir and the lower hand, because they have put certain conditions that you are not able to do Umrah this year, you will do Umrah this next year, right? Any person come from Makkah, you need to return to him. Any person who come from Medina to Makkah, then will not return. So many things. Kafir has put so many conditions which was against Islam, which was against the so many things. But Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has accepted all these conditions without any. Even one person came, Rasulullah said that this treaty, Qada ma qada Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Kafir say that we believe you Muhammad ibn Abdullah, we don't believe Muhammad Rasulullah. Right? Remove this, delete this. Right? Even Prophet Rasul. So Prophet said, you don't believe, but I am Rasulullah. But that person insists that you need to remove this word and you need to write Muhammad ibn Abdullah, not Muhammad Rasulullah. You see, this is very, very bad thing, or you can say their hand was upper hand, right? Prophet said to Mr. Ali, then remove this. As Ali said, Prophet, I cannot do that. Then Prophet said, show me, then I will remove it. Then Prophet himself, and Hada ma qada alayhi Muhammadun Rasul, Muhammad ibn Abdullah. Prophet will remove this word. So many things Sahaba were frustrating. Then why Rasulullah be accepting so many things that giving the upper hand, right? But when this treaty finished, at that time this ayat was revealed, Inna fatah laka fatah mubina. Sahaba, oh Prophet of Allah, is this fatah mubin? Is this fatah mubin? Right? Imam Zuhair Rahmatullah has taken out so many lessons from this Fatih Mubin. He said that he said between Sulh Hudaybiyah, Treaty of the Hudaybiyah, and between Fateh Makkah, so many people became Muslim that did not become Muslim until 20 years. Number of the people who became Muslim, right, were more than, after Sulh Hudaybiyah, the greater number than the years before. Why? What is the reason for that? Why so many people became Muslim after this? And even the full effort of Rasulullah was there for 20 years. Why only last portion of the life, so many people, even Abu Sufyan became Muslim? What is the reason? Imam Ibn Shihab Zuhri Rahmatullah has written a very amazing thing. He says that because before Sulh Hudaybiyah, there was battle, there was fight. Every person was feeling fear from each other. Every fear has some kind of the hate between them. There was battle between them. They don't want to see each other, right? They don't want to meet each other. So there was full barrier, there was full prejudice, and there was no interact. There was no connection. And when once Sulh Hudaybiyah been done, Kuffar of the Makkah started to visit Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Kuffar of the Makkah started to visit their relatives in Medina. When they see, there is his son, there is his father, there is his brother, they have changed completely. They used to live right in Makkah. In certain conditions, they have seen the life. Now he's completely different person, right? Amazing thing, their Nuraniyat, their guidance, their word, their man of the principle. They were fully dedicated, full human person, fully serving person, right? And so they have seen so many qualities of Sahaba. That interaction made them Muslim. Because of that, because now it is peacetime, they usually meet each other. That's what is happened in the Tatari people. When they employ the people, then they have the peacetime, they see each other, that make them Muslim. Likewise, Sulh Hudaybiyah make Muslim, and that's why the Bashar being given in a Fatah laka fatah mubina, إِذَا جَاءَ نَصْرُ اللَّهِ وَالْفَتْحُ وَرَأَيْتَ النَّاسَ يَدْخُلُونَ فِي دِينِ اللَّهِ أَفْوَاجًا. Amazing lesson, right from the hadith. I was mentioning the Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, that because Allah Ta'ala has said that Iqra bismi Rabbik. So whenever we read Quran, we say that Akra'u Ya Rabbi bi-ismik. Akra'u Ya Rabbi bi-ismik. Because you have commanded me to read with your name. Oh my Lord, I am reading Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Right, this is the one thing. And Another thing is that message of the Bismillah. Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has explained the hadith Musalsal bin Awaliya. Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has given the message that what is the meaning of the hadith. He says the Bismillah ar-Rahman message is what? Ar-Rahimun yarhamuhum ar-Rahman tabaraka wa ta'ala. Irhamu man fil ardi yarhamkum man fis sama. This is the message of Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. That's why it's been repeated 114 times. That Allah is merciful to the people who are merciful. Ar-Rahimun yarhamuhum ar-Rahman tabaraka wa ta'ala. So Allah send and grant the mercy to the people who are merciful. So that is why irhamu man fil ardi, be merciful and kind to the people who are on this planet. Yarhamkum man fis sama. Allah will be merciful to you. So this is the message. This is message of mercy, mission of mercy, Deen Rahmah, and the Kitab Rahmah. Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was Nabi Rahmah. So this is the khulasa or the summary of the message of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Irhamu man fil ardi, yarhamkum man fis sama. Be merciful and be kind to the whole people, and each and everyone in everything. Right? If you have time, then I will like to mention one historical incident. Amr ibn As, right? The story of Abdullah ibn Amr ibn As, we need to leave that story, right? Amr ibn As was the conqueror of the Egypt. He was at that time, he was the commander of this army. When they reached to the Egypt, they stay in one place. For a long time, they need to stay. And that place was, at that time, in the southern part of the Cairo. They have done stay, Muslim army stay there. And after a few months, the commander has given them order, right, to move and march on from this place. Then every person was dismantling his tent. One person, the few army personnel were in one tent. When they started to dismantle their tent, they've seen there is nest of the bird on the tent, right? Because Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was the merciful, and his message was mercy not to all mankind, but with every makhluk. Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, messenger of the mercy, rahmatul lil alameen, not only mercy for mankind, but mercy for all makhluk. That is why in Islam, before 1400, not only human rights being given, rights of the animal being given, rights of the even insect being given. One hadith, when one prophet was Rasulullah mentioning, one prophet was sitting and one ant beaten to that prophet. That prophet become upset and he has given to burn the full colony of the ant. Message of Allah came to that prophet. Why did you kill all the colony, or you can say all the ants? Only one ant has beaten you. If you would like to take revenge, then only one ant was that, right? You can only have take the revenge, or you can say you can kill one ant. But what is the reason that you have killed so many ants? This was the upsetting from Allah, that you are not allowed to kill even insect. Because why? Allah has given the life of the right. Allah, who has right to take that life? Because the reason is Allah always mentioned that hadhihi ummatu tusabbihu. These ants are also doing tasbih of Allah. Who has given you right to kill that ummah who is doing my tasbih? Allah, that is from where I said the fadilat of Allah, all makhluk is doing dhikr of Allah. وَإِن مِّن شَيْءٍ إِلَّا يُسَبِّحُ بِحَمْدِهِ وَلَكِنْ لَا تَفْقَهُونَ تَسْبِيحَهُ. Allahu Akbar. That every makhluk is doing dhikrullah, but you don't understand. كُلٌّ قَدْ عَلِمَ صَلَاتَهُ وَتَسْبِيحَهُ. Not only they do tasbih, but they pray. كُلٌّ قَدْ عَلِمَ صَلَاتَهُ وَتَسْبِيحَهُ. Everyone know that what is their tasbih, what is their salat, but Allah has kept everything in the ghaib. The reason is that why? Because if we hear the tasbih of the carpet, if we hear the tasbih of the clothing, if we hear the tasbih of this wall, then we won't be able to sleep. For our comfort. Allah is Rahman. For that is keep that thing hidden from us. That's why we don't listen. We can't hear the tasbih of our pillow, tasbih of our mattress, tasbih of our bed. Another thing is that it is iman. The iman which is accepted to Allah is what? Iman bil ghaib. That's why Allah has kept. Otherwise, anything, I mean, if Allah started to give, Allah can give to the speech, right? Speech power to this makhluk, then every person will be Muslim. Every person will be believer. But Iman, which is mu'tabar and accepted in the eyesight of Allah, is what? الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ. Without seeing, you believe in Allah. Without seeing, آمَنْتُ بِاللَّهِ وَمَلَائِكَتِهِ. These are things, right? When you have this Iman, then this Iman is mu'tabar. Otherwise, at the time of the death, when person sees the angel of the death, and when he sees the Jannah, then Jannah, آمَنْتُ بِاللَّهِ. Fir'aun at that time, in his whole life, he said, Inni ana rabbakum al-a'la. I am your greatest Lord. But when he sees the angel of the death, he says, Amantu billah. Allah says, Alan, now are you saying this? So Iman, that's why Allah has given every person opportunity of the Iman from when he gets the conscience become baligh until his last breath. Every person has the opportunity. But when one person sees the angel of the death, there is no opportunity. There is no U-turn. The U-turn is before you see the angel of death, before one person dead. At that time, dua is accepted. At that, before that time, Iman is accepted. That is what Allah says that, right? Allah says to the people, oh, non-believers, if you stop from your kufr and shirk, and if you say La ilaha illallah, everything will be forgiven. Everything will be forgiven. Right? So this was the amazing message that be merciful and be kind to the all makhluk. As I'm mentioning that be merciful on the all makhluk, rights of the animal being given, rights of the insect being given in this hadith, that no one is allowed to even kill ant because it is doing tasbih of Allah, and Allah has given the life. Who has right to take the life? Even the person is not allowed. I mean, one of the tafsir of the Ibadur Rahman or Innal Abrar Lafi Naeem. Ulama has, the Mufassirin has written, who are the people that are abrar? I mean, pious people. They say they are so pious that they don't harm anyone and anything. Harmless people. Kuffa sharrak anin nas. Like when Sahabi asked Prophet Sallallahu say, do this. That person say, oh, Prophet of Allah, I don't have any ability to do all these things, right? Then Prophet Sallallahu said, Kuffa sharrak anin nas. That save the people from the harm, from your harm. This is amazing ibadah, right? Best thing is be beneficial to the people and to the Allah. But if you cannot give benefit to any person, then stop your evil, right? Save the people from your harms. This is the best thing. So that's why the ulama say that the al-abrar and the Ibadur Rahman are such that they have written in tafsir, when they walk, even they don't trample the ant. Allahu Akbar. Because they have fear, this is makhluk. Precious life Allah has given to this ant. How can I trust that makhluk of Allah which do tasbih of Allah? Which do dhikr of Allah? Because Allah says, everything is doing tasbih. So I don't have right to touch that ant. So this is the mercifulness of what? Iman and the Islam and the believers. I was mentioning the story of that the army of the Amr ibn As. So what has happened? That the army person has seen that the tent on the nest on the tent. They went to the Hadra Amr ibn As. Oh Amir, we have seen the tent nest on the tent. So what do we do? If we dismantle, then it means that we are dismantling the house of the other makhluk which rely on our house. So we don't like to. Amr ibn As say, no, I'm not saying that, right? You stay only until that bird flew over with his chick. Don't dismantle your tent. Stay as long that bird stays. This is the animal rights and the bird rights. Stay there. These people stay months and months, right? That bird has made 10, then its chicks stay there, then other chicks stay there. Likewise, say, what has happened? Then, because they stay, people started to dwell in this area. And that region, or you can say that town become known in the history Al-Fustat. And Fustat is the tent. This reminds us of the mercy message of Rasulullah that be kind, Ar-Rahman, Yarahmu Rahman, Yarahmu man fil ardi, man fis sama. This is the message of Allah. Give us tawfiq to understand this mercy message. And be kind to each and every makhluk, right? And be merciful. Jazakallah. Wa akhir da'wan alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين يا مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم اهدنا الصراط المستقيم اهدنا الصراط المستقيم اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت وعافنا فيمن عافيت وتولنا فيمن توليت وبارك لنا فيما أعطيت وقنا واصرف عنا شر ما قضيت فإنه تقضي ولا يقضى عليك فإنه لا يذل من واليت ولا يذل ولا يعز من عليك تبارك ربنا وتعالى ونستغفرك ونتوب إليك اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات اللهم انصرهم نصرا عزيزا وافتح لهم فتحا مبينا ربنا لا تزغ فتنة للقوم الظالمين ونجنا برحمتك من القوم الكافرين ونجنا برحمتك من القوم الكافرين ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا واخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على الكافرين فانصرنا على الكافرين ربنا لا تزغ فتنة للقوم الظالمين ونجنا برحمتك من القوم الكافرين ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب إنك أنت الوهاب اللهم حبب إلينا الإيمان اللهم حبب إلينا الإيمان وزينه في قلوبنا وكره إلى الكفر والفسق والعصيان اللهم اجعلنا من الراشدين اللهم اجعلنا من الراشدين اللهم اجعلنا من التوابين اللهم اجعلنا من التوابين ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما ربنا واجعلنا مسلمين لك ومن ذريتنا أمة مسلمة ربي إني أسكنت من ذريتي بواد غير ذي زرع عند بيتك المحرم ربنا ليقم الصلاة فاجعل أفئدة من الناس تهوي إليهم وارزقهم من الثمرات ربنا واجعلنا مسلمين لك ومن ذريتنا أمة مسلمة لك وأرنا مناسكنا وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم رب اجعلني مقيم الصلاة من ذريتي ربنا وتقبل دعاء ربنا اغفر لي ولوالدي والمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب ربنا اغفر لي ولوالدي والمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب رب ارحمهم كما ربيانا صغيرا لا إله إلا الله الحليم الكريم سبحان الله رب العرش العظيم والحمد لله رب العالمين اللهم نسألك موجبات رحمتك وعزائم مغفرتك والغنيمة من كل بر والسلامة من كل إثم لا تدع لنا ذنبا إلا غفرته ولا هما إلا فرجته ولا مريضا إلا شفيته ولا دين إلا هديته ولا حاجة هي لك إلا قضيتها يا أرحم الراحمين يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم نسألك تمام العافية ودوام العافية والشكر العافية اللهم نعوذ من زوال نعمتك وتحول عافيتك وفجاءة نعمتك ومن جميع سخطك اللهم لا تهلكنا فجاءة ولا تأخذنا بغتة ولا تغفر لنا كن ولا وصية اللهم إنا على ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك اللهم لا مانع لما أعطيت ولا معطي لما منعت ولا ينفع ذا الجد منك الجد اللهم لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك وعظيم سلطانك اللهم لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك وعظيم سلطانك جزا الله عن نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم بما وعده سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين الحمد لله رب العالمين جزاك الله شكرا تبارك الله كرمكم الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته